everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I am here with a wig review for you. I am partnering with Wig Studio One once again to bring you a review, and I'm going to show you the brand new Belle Tress Bellissima in the hand-tied cap. So this is a brand new release, and the color I have on is chocolate with caramel. So Bellissima, hand-tied. Oh no, no focus. There we go. Hand-tied, chocolate with caramel. Oh, I am so thankful to Wig Studio One for sending me this wig. I have to tell you guys, Bellissima is one of my all-time favorite styles, all time. And I have tried a lot of wigs. And when I saw that Bellissima was coming out with a hand-tied version, I was like so excited. But I knew that it was going to be some time before I could ever get my hands on one myself, with all that I have going on in my life. And Wig Studio One graciously sent this one to me so that I could share her with you. Please check out Wig Studio One as a resource. They have a website, wigstudio1.com. That is the place I bought my very first wig. I am a customer of theirs, and I will continue to be a customer of theirs even if I don't do reviews for them at some point. They also have a wonderful Facebook group. It's called Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group. Tens of thousands of women supporting each other. It is phenomenal. If you are looking for help with your wig wearing journey, there is no better place than on the Wig Studio One Facebook group. I'm not kidding you guys. I am a member. I have gotten so much help over the years. You can post questions, pictures. You will get sometimes hundreds of responses of women just seeking to help and share their experience. So if you're looking for that kind of help, it's worth it to consider getting into that Facebook group. All right, you guys, I'm going to tell you all about Bellissima today. I'm going to compare this Bellissima to the regular version, which is a mono part lace front and the rest is wefted. I'm going to go outside and show you this color outside. Normally in my videos, I have an out of the box at the end. I do not for this one. This is out of the box. I have done no styling to her. I have put no product in her. I will tell you though, I have been training her just over the course of the last hour because she does hang in my face. We will talk about that because it's something that you will deal with wigs at one point or another, and you need to know how to deal with it. Before I do anything, I'm going to show you this really, really beautiful, I'm excited, style all around. She's really good, you guys. I'm going to show you how she moves differently than the other version, because she does. So when you get a fully hand-tied cap, the fibers are allowed to move in all directions. The knotting just sort of spins on its axis and they move in all directions. When you get a wefted cap like the original Bellissima, the hair fibers are sewn in a weft. So in a line, you don't get the freedom of movement in a wefted cap as you do in a hand-tied cap. Hand-tied caps are more expensive, they're more premium, and they definitely come with benefits that wefted caps do not have. So if you're looking for the most realism, the best movement, then a hand-tied cap is going to give that to you. Let me kind of tell you a little bit about this color, and then I will really dive into this cap. So this is chocolate with caramel. I will tell you guys, this is one of my favorite Belle Tress colors. I love this color. I have my other Bellissima in this color. So it does have some kind of reddish auburn tones. It gives it that warm, chocolatey, caramely look. I have very strong lights on me. So I'm trying to show this to you with lots of light. It's going to make it look just a little bit brighter. It's a little bit lighter maybe, and maybe shiny. Heat-friendly fibers are typically not shiny. It's the light. And then you've got a dark root. So the root is relatively dark. I would say that root is a 4. And so you've got a dark root and just a warm caramely color. It's definitely a darker brunette. It does not have visible highlights. So keep that in mind. I will get outside so you can see this color outside as well. All right, let's talk about this cap and everything. First of all, when I move my head, I can just feel those fibers moving in a way that I cannot feel on the wefted version. It just feels so realistic. I will also say, I think this cap is big head friendly. It definitely runs a little big on me. I tend to find Belle Tress wigs to run a little large, and so this one is no exception. But what I really appreciate is I have had Raquel Welch hand-tied wigs. I've also had Jon Renau hand-tied wigs. In both of those, I would say the hand-tied versions run smaller than the regular versions. I don't find that to be the case here. This cap has so much stretch. I definitely think that if Belle Tress wigs fit you generally, and if you are, you know, average large and you can wear them, this is big head friendly as well. So I think this is definitely some cap that an average large head circumference can wear. I will also tell you something that I love is that it does not give me a cone head right here. I have found in Jon Renau and Raquel Welch hand-tied wigs, I get this little kind of bump here or a cone head because of how the cap, all the extra cap that I tend to get in wigs. I don't have that problem here. I still have some extra cap, so if your measurements are bigger than mine, it'll be okay. It just doesn't give me that cone head, which is so appreciated, especially in a flat profile wig like this. All right, what else can I tell you? The lace front, you guys. This is the most incredible lace front I have ever seen from Belle Tress. I'll be real honest with you guys, Belle Tress does not make my favorite lace fronts. I think they look very naughty in the dark colors generally. And I think they've been working on it. They have to have been, because I've seen that feedback before and I'm guessing they took it to heart. Let me clip this up for you guys and show you this lace front. It is so good. Okay, so oops, I got some hair fibers. Let me get those up. Okay. Look at this lace front. I'm going to show you another Belle Tress and I'm going to show you the difference. The other one is extremely naughty. This is not naughty at all. Look at how realistic they made it. They brought light knotting up here. Not only small knotting, but less dense. Sometimes lace fronts that aren't as well done, you'll get like a line of knotting. Nobody's hairline is so thick and dense at the front, and they really mimicked a natural hairline with this one. I did turn the lights on me so you can really see it. It's not as natural as it might look because I've got lots of light. Look at that. It just melts into my head and the knotting is awesome. You know, another thing I've noticed with Belle Tress wigs in the past is their lace is a little shiny. It's a thicker lace, and it still is a thicker lace. It's not a super fine lace, which I think makes it a little tougher actually, which is a good thing. And so they just really improved this lace. I'm so impressed. And the lace goes all the way around the ear tab. So if you wanted to style this all the way back, you can. You get lace all the way down. There is no line where the lace ends and the ear tab stops. It's so good. I'm really, really impressed. I get awesome coverage on this one. Normally you can see some of my bio hair on the sides. This cap fits me so big, not big in a negative way, big enough that it gives me awesome coverage. The ear tabs go all the way down to my ears. Really, really good. Let me show you this cap. So like I said, it's a fully hand-tied cap. Really great feeling cap. So you get your full mono part and your lace. Another thing that I really love is sometimes with a full mono, you get a line right here. So I think of Estetica puts like a little line there. Jon Renau puts a little line there. It's a line of reinforcement that reinforces the lace from the mono. There's not one here. So what does that mean? When you're styling your hair, you don't see a line right there. If you've ever experienced this, you know what I'm talking about. You can see the line, and that causes heartburn for some of our wig sisters. Some of us have learned to deal with it or just recognize most people don't notice these things. Really, truly, they don't. But if you're someone who's sensitive to anything that makes a wig look wiggy, those kinds of things are significant for you. This does not have that line. Look at that lace. It goes all the way, all the way. It has a silicone ear tab. It does have the stay in it so you can bend it, but it goes all the way around the ear tab. I've never seen anything like that. It's so amazing. And then you get the hand-tied cap. The rest of this is hand-tied. These are very, very dark caps. You get an extended nape, the pull adjusters, which sometimes don't stay great, so then you can just take a little piece of thread and you can get, once you get your adjuster where you want it, you just sew it a little bit right there and then it won't slip on you. There's a little tip for you. Otherwise, it's just wonderful. This cap is comfortable. I mean, the lace is just a little rougher than some. Like I said, it's got the thicker lace, but I don't find I have a problem with that. And since I adhere my wigs with its stays, it prevents any slipping and sliding that may cause irritation or itch. So if you struggle with irritating lace fronts, if they irritate you, if they itch, cause you to be itchy at all, I would urge you to consider adhering your lace with its stays. It helps a ton with that. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one back on and I'm gonna tell you a couple of things I think you should look for before I stick on the other Bellissima so you can compare them. Okay, so first of all, this one looks longer. So this one goes below my chin. See how it goes below my chin? The other one is going to hit me at my chin. The other thing I've noticed is the layers are more pronounced in this one. So the other one has long layers. There's very little level difference in the layers. This one, look at how much shorter this is than the rest. So there are definitely longer layers in this one than in the other one. You know, it's a hand-tied cap, so there's always going to be some differences because every single fiber was hand-tied onto this piece by a human being. Whereas on the other one, only the lace front and the mono part were hand-tied. The rest is machine-made. So there is going to be differences there. The other thing I've noticed is that this one hangs in my face a little bit worse than the other one. And that I can fix with training and with time. So you will need to figure out how you want to part her because you have flexibility. You can part her in the center, on the left, on the right, deep, shallow, anything you want. You can do a top knot and kind of pull some of the pieces because you've got all the real estate of all the monofilament to work with. You can cut in a full bang. Maybe you won't care about any of that because you want a full bang. I mean, seriously, the possibilities with this one are endless. And look at how my hands run through this. I can just run my hands through this and it just feels like I'm my own hair. The other one, the wefting kind of prevents the movement and the ability to do that. So let me throw on my other one. So I have this one in the color Cayenne with Ginger Root. I have not actually reviewed this one yet. The color, I would do a color spotlight, and I'm comparing this one because it's a brand new one. My other Bellissima has been worn so much that I felt it would be better to compare a new one versus a much worn one, like much, like 50 times worn. Okay, so right away, do you notice what I meant by length? It really just stops at my chin level. It doesn't, the other one goes below. That could be because of the hand-tied nature of the cap, the fibers lay just a little bit more flush and flat because there's wefting on the sides here, so it may be that that's poofing up the fibers just a little bit. I have also noticed that this one has just a little bit more of a rounded look on it, and again, the fibers give it, or the cap gives it a little body because it adds thickness here, whereas with the hand-tied cap, very flush, very flat, it doesn't add any thickness. And then because this part isn't as long, then you don't get quite the extreme of the layers here. So this lays almost the same length, whereas sort of the front on that one seemed just a little bit shorter. Some of that could be just variations in the wigs. We see that, or it could be the cap difference. So if you have Bellissima and you're trying to decide if you want the hand-tied Bellissima, you know, length could be a factor for you. That one does feel longer to me. I do have a comparison of Bellissima Cafe Chic and Lady Latte on my YouTube channel. So if you're here on the Wig Studio 1 channel, head over to my YouTube channel if you want to see a comparison of some of these bobs by Belle Tress. Let me talk about the heat-friendly fibers for a second. So Belle Tress is, at this point, I think all the wigs available straight from Belle Tress are heat-friendly. That's what they're known for. And I know there's a lot of fear about heat-friendly, and I share that fear in some cases. What I will tell you about Belle Tress fibers, first of all, they're phenomenal. They are, in my opinion, the best feeling heat-friendly fibers on the market. Hands down. And I have felt, I think every brand's, honestly, the best feeling heat-friendly fibers. Maybe the only brand I haven't felt is Ellen Villa. I don't think I've felt any of her heat-friendly ones. They're so realistic, silky and smooth. They don't feel like they have a coating on them like Raquel Welch does to me. I love these heat-friendly fibers. Number 2, straight bobs. I would not be afraid of heat-friendly with straight bobs. I personally struggle with heat-friendly in wavy and curly pieces. Personal preference. But straight bobs, I have no issue with them. They are just so awesome, so realistic, so easy to care for. I have a video, a Tip Tuesday. Again, on my channel, I do Tip Tuesdays. I have a Tip Tuesday video where I show you how to take a hot air brush to a heat-friendly piece. I do it with my Lady Latte to smooth out the ends that start to get a little frizzy and a little clumpy after wear. That's the biggest complaint about heat friendly. This wig does not rub on my clothing. I am not going to be dealing with friction frizz, which can be a heat friendly issue. If it starts to feel a little bit clumpy after wearing, all you do is you take a hot airbrush to it. Just take a little bit of heat to it and it will bounce right back, I promise you. So if you have never tried a heat-friendly piece and you're looking at this video thinking, oh my gosh, I love the hand tied, I love the length, I love the movement, I love the lace front, I'm not sure about heat-friendly, from one wig sister to another, I get it, but it may be an unfounded fear in a bob this length that's straight. That's my personal opinion. I just had to share it with you guys. All right, that's it. I'm going to get outside so that you can see this wig outside. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. It definitely is big head friendly. If you have a petite head, this is really big. I mean, like literally the ear tabs almost cover my ears. I can feel them touching my ears. I can feel the cap touching my ears in a way that's uncommon with wigs on me. So I definitely think that anybody with much smaller measurements than I have, you're going to struggle a little bit with the size of this cap because the coverage on me is so good. But other than that, it's just great and it feels so realistic. If you are worried about somebody knowing you have a wig on, if your husband likes to touch your head and you cringe at it because of the wefting on a wig, he can totally do this to you and all he can feel is your scalp. I mean, honestly, he cannot feel the cap. Nobody can. It's so good. So I'm so excited that they came out with this hand-tied version. If you have questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. And I think I said that this is the out of the box as well. I didn't do a separate out of the box because this one just came out of the box really, really great. The only issue is the hanging in the face. This is already training and I've only had it on for like an hour. Already training just because I'm touching it, and that will happen. If you really need to intervene, because let's say you want to do a deeper side part and it's just not training enough to keep out of your face for you, then a little bit of heat taken to the front is all that you'll need to do, and it will train it so that it will give you a little bit of a swoop. It's super easy to do with these Belle Tress wigs. All right, you guys, enough talking. Thank you for being here and for watching. Let's go outside. All right, everyone, here we are outside with Chocolate with Caramel by Belle Tress on hand-tied Bellissima. It's a little windy out here, so you might see the hair moving around some. I will get out into the sun, just starting out here in the shade. You can see this beautiful color with that relatively dark root, but it's well done, tastefully done. It's not like extreme fashion rooting. Okay, here we go. Look at it, it's greening up out here. It's just a little chilly right now. It's in the morning. I don't know if you can tell why I love this color, but I just do. It's natural, healthy, and as a natural brunette who has been a dark brown for most of my life, this just feels like me, this color. Even though I gravitate toward lighter colors now and highlighted colors. And I don't know if you can tell on this video, but these heat-friendly fibers are extremely natural looking, not a synthetic shine at all. They're very natural looking. Okay, let's get right back into the shade and then wrap this up for you guys. So beautiful. Hopefully I got a good shot. It's always hard to tell when I'm outside because I can't see my screen as well in the sun. All right, one last shot at that lace front because it definitely deserves to be highlighted. Thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you're having a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.